Not live.
Close. Close. Very close.
Yay!
Joe, what in the- what?
Are we there? Are we there yet?
Oh yeah, we're there.
Oh, we're there. All right.
I don't know
Yay!
where
Good
there is, but we're there.
job.
Oh, good
Good
morning.
morning, everybody. Welcome. We're, we're already starting off on the right foot.
Mm,
So it's going to be an awesome day. Welcome. It's the Double Cup of Joe show. I'm your host, Joe.
and I am also your host, Joe.
You're the more down to earth, like calm, like stay calm guy, right?
Well, I mean, it's like 6 in the morning, so I don't think I have enough energy to be anything but. So,
you're, you're always so collected and you know, I don't know. I feel like exactly. You know what
yeah,
I'm talking about.
you bring the energy, and I bring something else.
Ah! Hef, stand up. I see you're sitting down. Stand up.
Yep, yep. Just
Shake your money maker or something.
uh, oh.
But anyway, yeah, this is a great show. It's a Double Cup of Joe. we're continuing we're continuing our topic this week about purpose, and we've gone beyond. Yesterday we talked about dreaming. Today we're going to talk about expanding that to more than just you and your dreams, moving beyond you and serving the world around you and the people around you, and using your purpose to do that. And then it really starts to solidify things, and it becomes a mission, which is way more fun and exciting than just seeking stuff for our own gain. Wouldn't you agree, Joe?
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yes, we agree. We agree.
we
See, that's
yes,
the one thing. We're in agreement on so many things. Like early morning is great, right? We're in agreement. We're in agreement. We're in agreement that accounting is fun. We're in agreement.
are you sure?
I'm trying, man.
Yeah, that's more where I'd
I'm,
be with the
I'm working at it. If it's one of those things. If you say it to yourself enough, it becomes true. Maybe is that one of the? That's what advertisers try and do, I think.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay, yeah. It's worth a shot, I suppose.
but welcome everyone. You guys are amazing. It's great to see you all here in the chat. And yeah, but what do you say we get rolling here? Um, we're just gonna start our day off right. You guys can join us in our day starting festivities.
Activities.
Yeah,
I like festive fe- fe-
yeah.
festivals.
Festivals.
Balls.
Festival. So yes, it's gonna be great because we're doing the 3-step process. Is one of the most festive things you can do. You guys are like, that sounds boring. I'm like, I know, but just wait. You guys have all been here for this before. So step number 1, you got to think about what you're thankful for. And I'm telling you, it's going to set your mind in the right direction. It's going to be great. And Joe, what are you thankful for today?
What am I thankful for today? Good question, Joe. Today, um, I'm thankful for my good friends. Actually, I've got my board right over. You can't see it because it's behind my computer,
Hmm.
but it's a picture of our our lovely group of me and my groomsmen from my wedding, and
Hmm.
what a motley crew that is. But uh, great guys to hang out with, and really just spend a wonderful day with. So I'm thankful for those kinds of friends that last you many years.
Yes, friends are a wonderful thing, especially friends that are groomsmen. Do you stay in contact with your groomsmen?
Oh yeah, yeah, Yeah.
That's good.
Every part of the year that isn't January 1st through April 15th, then I don't contact really anyone.
Yeah, you're not in kind of you're right, except for clients and stuff, right?
Yep. Yep. That's what happens. So,
Nice. Tef is thankful that there was no BSS streaming yesterday, so I could go to bed early and get up early. Wow. Hey, good job, Ryan and Jesse, for not doing the stream, I guess.
oof.
Ooh, Static's eating a tomato sandwich. Rock is thankful for his bed. I'm thankful for my bed too. It's a wonderful thing.
How is the stat?
The stat be awesome.
What is
Oh,
this?
Akil's thankful for poor eyesight. My glasses help me learn about fashion. Hey, that's pretty cool. I have some very unfashionable glasses.
Oof.
They're great. You never see me wearing them. They-
Invisible glasses. Nice.
They've mastered the art of being invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well done.
But nice. So that's step number one. What are you thankful for? And I appreciate all you guys participating. Uh, it's going to set your mind in the right direction. You just start thinking, even if it's something that's kind of just for kicks or just kind of a joke, or even then, it still sets your mind in a positive light, which is cool. So that's step number one. Step number two. What are you looking forward to?
Mm.
Joe, I'm gonna just turn it to you right away. What are you looking forward to today?
Currently, my camera.
You're looking for no, not what you're looking forward at.
You mean like future stuff? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like what are you
Oh,
looking for? What are you looking forward at?
my bad, my bad. Okay. So, apparently, I'm looking forward to. Uh, well, today's Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to not worrying today. Don't worry, Wednesday,
Oh yeah,
and hopefully catching the live stream tonight. Now that I have some spare time, so
cool.
assuming you guys are still going.
Oh yes. It's Wednesday.
Ah,
But that'd be kind of funny if we're like, hey, let's do Don't Worry Wednesday every day but Wednesday.
that would be hilarious. Uh,
Yes, but that's awesome. So that's step number two. What are you looking forward to? And it could be anything. I see some of you guys in the chat. Akil's looking forward to iftar, break fast in like 15 minutes. 15 minutes, man. Mm-mm. That's a beautiful thing. Rocka's got no online classes today. Hey, that's cool. Um, but yeah, that sets your mind moving forward now. So now that we're moving forward, we looked in the past and we're thankful, we're positive. Now we're moving forward. I don't know why forward is towards you,
okay,
Joe.
well, I'm gonna come towards you because that sounds like forward to me.
Well, we're gonna run into each other.
All right.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be great. But then after that, now it's what are you gonna do? And I'm apparently gonna run into Joe. But what are you gonna do today to move your life forward, to move toward that thing you're looking forward to, or just in general? So, Joe, what are you gonna do today? I'm excited to hear it.
This is a great question. Um, Today, um, I don't know. Hopefully, people don't never see anything on my desk, but I have pages on pages of tax research. So
Whoa,
that's exciting. I'm
yeah.
gonna, I'm gonna read some of that. By the way, if anyone knows anything about partnership tax law in the U.S., hit me up.
I know who to ask about that, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Wow,
yep,
Tef's gonna.
I got a project I've been working on for quite a while. It's a partnership. So,
Oh, cool.
um, yeah, I'm gonna do some studying, do some reading, and figure out uh, how to correctly. Important part about tax documents is filling them out correctly. Yeah, doing that. So
Yeah, you got, especially for you, because you're like, you got extra liability probably being a CPA and all.
there was a few words. Watch it, Joe. I was able to zoom in on those documents. There's probably a few words. You can actually read this. Like this is just actually I don't. Um, I'll just cover the fact that it's from a certain website, but it's just Parker Tax Publishing. I guess I'm just advertising for them. It's just code sections. So I mean, if you really want to read, like this is public information for the most part.
Hmm.
They have their examples on here. I highly recommend it if you don't have if you need tax software, I guess, and you don't have it. It's some good one. It's a great place to research. But yeah, everything else on my desk is just junk. So feel free to read my junk that I have on my desk. This is a highlighter. This is some actual glasses cleaner because I have to wear glasses, Joe.
Yeah,
You know, it looks like your invisible glasses are pretty clean right now.
I wear glasses when I'm spending all day looking at a computer screen.
Was instantly deterred you were. Okay, got him.
That's awesome. Well, that's the three-step process. What are you thankful for? What are you looking forward to? What are you going to do today to move your life forward? I see a bunch of you guys in the chat. Tef's going to take a shower and wash his hair, both.
Ooh,
Big deal. We got all kinds of grooming going on. Akil's going to finish assignment, sleep at a decent time, and comb his mustache. Mm,
ooh.
grooming. Jeff's going to book guests, so there will be more interviews to process. Learn some more about noise gates. Hey, that's important, especially because Jeff's looking down. He's like he's wanting to do our shows and turn them into podcasts, which is great. And but because of some weird recording issues on our end, that he's got all these audio tracks that need noise gates. Uh, so yes, and Rocka's going to break his fingers with guitar practice.
Oh, that's a good
Break
call.
them. Yeah. That's awesome. So you guys, thank you for participating. Now your day is going to move in a lot better direction. Once you do that, I'm telling you, like I said this before, I even have a calendar where I check off that I did that process each day.
Mm.
And when I started doing that, wow, like my whole life, even though the results in my life didn't change immediately, my my whole day just went better and I had goals and I found myself taking action, which is a little preview for next week. We're going to be talking about action and becoming an activationist, where somebody who takes action on what we're talking about now, which is your purpose, your dreams, your goals, what you want to do, and everything. And next week, how do you take action? How do you translate that into getting there, which is just going to be awesome. But for now, yesterday we took the dreaming portion of it, which is always fun. I love dreaming. Probably why I got in trouble in school a bunch, because I would daydream and I would talk to people. I know that seems weird. Joe, you like talk? Can't imagine you talking.
Oof.
But um so but then taking it from that dreaming stage, moving it to, how is this going to serve the world? How are we going to make this a mission to accomplish, to make the world a better place, to improve the lives of the people around us? So I'm going to turn it over to Joe because he's got some bang up words to say about this topic. I think I see it. See it? It's in his face. He just had a document with words all over it.
All over it.
All over it. Now I can see the words just awesome. Like,
Yes.
go.
All right, sales of partnership, interest, our text. Wait. Sorry, you wanted other words.
Yeah. In other words,
Yeah, in other words, purpose. Yeah.
hey, look at that.
um, yeah. I hopefully you've been here the rest of this week where we talked about like, hey, what is a purpose? Why is it important to find your purpose? Like, it'd be really easy to just not go looking for it. If you've ever been on a treasure hunt or a heist, for that matter, um,
Heist.
that's from the streams. Don't don't worry about it. Anyway, um, so I mean, there's there's lots of I don't even know why I mentioned that. I just like to reference things. Sorry, Ryan. We didn't turn on the streaming uh,
Whoa, he's heisting 1 million.
stuff.
I want
Sorry.
to join that heist. Hey, let me open up Twitch here. Can we do
Joe's just on our Twitch while we're filming this stream.
that?
Perfect. If you've been here before, like we've talked about purpose and this idea of, hey, what are we gonna do with our lives? In case you didn't know, you have a limited lifespan. Your life only goes on for so long, but it's still a pretty long time. So you have to figure out what to do with that short, long time that you have. And that's generally what we refer to as your purpose. But you can also just waste that time. And we're here because we don't want you to waste that time. We don't want us to waste that time. It'd be very easy for us to get caught up in uh, the silly games that we play and then accidentally forget, oh, we were here to do something bigger and more important. Not that we can't have fun while we do it. We definitely do have tons of fun while we do it. But we don't want to get caught up in the fun and forget about why we started doing it in the first place. So today we're taking the purpose, taking that idea, and expanding it to what makes it meaningful, what makes a purpose so important and so worthwhile that you can deal with getting up super early in the morning or getting beaten up or or going and sacrificing a lot to make it happen. Um, Again, so part of the reason you'll see us hit some of these topics as we keep going throughout the weeks is because they build on each other. Your purpose at some stage is going to require a bit of sacrifice on your end. It's going to require you to give up some things in order to make it happen. I talked about it earlier on in the week where I was a golf pro. I did golf for a living. And I had to give that up because that wasn't my purpose. It wasn't fulfilling to the people around me, and it wasn't fulfilling to me. So, but that's what we're here to talk about is the fact that it's not just for me, because I can deal with a lot of problems with my career or whatever being problematic for me. But when it starts to affect other people, that's when we have a real problem. And what you'll find is almost no matter what you do, it does affect other people. So your purpose, whatever you find that you're really about to change or work on, as we talked about earlier on in the week, is going to affect people. And we want that to be the focus of where is your purpose and what is it doing. And so now that I've laid that groundwork, I'm going to hand it off to Joe, who's going to kind of explain the importance of your purpose being for and with other people.
I am going to explain it.
Yep.
That was your job, Joel.
Oh, sorry. Let me go back, and I'm going to explain. So yeah, the purpose for other people is good.
you know, that reminds me of something Ryan did years and years ago. Ryan and I, we're part, we're part of this business organization where we were teaching, and we used whiteboards a lot. I used a whiteboard, or like, and I had this whiteboard, and it's on an easel and everything, and so you'd
Hmm.
talk and write and draw pictures and all, and whatever, just kind of give your whatever you're talking about some extra meaning and everything. And there was this time, Ryan, static, yes, he remembers. He, we were there, and I think it was like the dead of winter, and it was just snowing like crazy outside. It was amazing. And we're all sitting there, and one of Ryan's, like, his presentation was super short. He was like, okay, so we got all this great stuff, blah, blah, blah. And if you have any questions, he drew this big arrow on the whiteboard, and then he picked it up and he pointed the arrow at me, and he goes, ask this guy. I was like, ah, yes. Short sweet. Hey, that's it. Good presentation.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
So, oh, it's great. But yeah, you just reminded me of that totally. Like, hey, ask Joe. But I could easily say the same thing and say, ask Joe. But I think one of the things I was thinking about is you were talking there and how important this is to make it about other people, because your life is going to affect the people around you
Mm.
no matter what. You will. And that's what cracks me up, because I used to think, well, I'm not hurting anybody else if I do this. I'm just, it's all just, I'm not, it's not affecting people, but it is. Whatever decision we make affects the people around you. And even if you're not doing anything, some people will say, well, if you don't do anything, well, nothing happens. And that might be true. But in a way, I get convicted by that, because I'm like, if I have a purpose that I'm supposed to be doing, if I've been put here for a reason, which all of you have been, every single one of you has gifts and talents and abilities and dreams and goals, and all that goes into your persona, and it creates you who that's supposed to be there for I mean, this world needs what you have. And if I do nothing with the gifts that I've been given, then I'm actually robbing the world of what I'm supposed to be contributing. And that thought convicts me a lot of times, because I'm like, if I have these if I have these thoughts about what I'm supposed to accomplish, and then I don't do anything about it, then I'm actually it's almost like I'm stealing from the world, because I'm not doing the thing that I was put here to do. And hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if it convicts you the same way it convicts me, but lately it's just been convicting me a lot, which is why I'm really glad we get to talk about action next week, because that's one of those areas where I've always needed a lot of help. I'm really good at planning and thinking and coming up with ideas and all that kind of stuff. But then when it comes to actually doing it, I feel like I'm still on the learning end of that. So
Mm.
maybe next week when we talk a lot about it, it's going to help. But as far as making this about other people, to have a dream can get you really excited. To have a goal, to have something to shoot for in your own life that affects you and maybe your family, that can be really energizing and generate a lot of excitement. But only when you make it about other people will it become convicting and then fulfilling, because you've heard us say on Don't Worry Wednesday, I'm sure, that the best way to be fulfilling, to experience that inner fulfillment, is to do something for another person, to serve somebody around you, with no expectation of anything in return. That's one of the most fulfilling things we can do, is to give ourselves for the good of others. and then we feel fulfilled. Now, also, there was a book called The Go Giver by a guy named Bob Berg, who he wrote your true value as an organization, and this was about business, but he said your true value as a business is what are you providing in value beyond what you're receiving in payment. So if you provide enough value to cover what you receive in payment, you're at net zero, basically. Your value increases with how much more you give than what you receive in payment. So that was just like a call, like, hey, boost up that value. Like, take what are extra things you can give, because a lot of times it doesn't have to cost you anything. It can just be, you know, added interaction. There are things that you might be doing anyway that you can just make accessible to people. But all that, I mean, if you can just think in terms of how am I increasing the value of what I'm giving, man, then your true value starts to shine through, and it's a really, really cool thing. So I'm hoping some of that made sense and started you off on the right foot there, Joe. So because now it's back to you. Take it away.
Oh, well, it's back to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, thanks, Joe. Okay. Well, I think that's really cool. I don't know the Bob Berg thing, and it, having been on the the sad end of that, um, probably disagree with Bob, but that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, because you're looking at the numbers.
Yeah, and I'm going, you should probably compensate people for what they do. Like, your value isn't even when you get paid for what you do, it's the value that you receive. Like, that would be the value of your services. But that's an accountant's perspective. So,
Right. Well, you gotta always balance things out anyway. That's like
yeah,
the whole,
exactly. So,
like, it's not like your whole job, man. Like, hey, forget this whole metaphysical thing. Like,
right.
let's talk actual things.
Oof, oof, I've been made out. They've caught me. Hi, Mira. I can't wait for the Street Fighter DLC with Joe in it too, but I hope it's not the main
Yeah,
Joe that you're
you're
talking
gonna be
about. That
awesome
could be.
in Street
Oh
Fighter.
no. Oof, oof, that'd be rough. So yeah. Anyway,
There
back
should
to
be an account. There should be an accountant in Street Fighter for sure,
I got a briefcase and
and a calculator.
oof. Oh, it could be bad. So, all the things we come up with on this show.
I don't know. That's fun.
But anyway, so this topic of it's not just for you. This whole idea of your purpose being not just for you. Um, if if you've ever done something just for yourself, I want to like go back and like I assume that every one of us has done something exclusively for ourselves. And I just want you to think about how you felt on the back end of it. Like, not when you were actively doing the thing that was just for you, but like on the far end of it. Where did that leave you? Because I think for a lot of us, especially for me, I did my entire high school career. And by entire high school career, I did my entire school career on the back of this is for Joe. This is for me. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
good grades and I'm gonna do really well. And um, I'm gonna go to a college and it's gonna be great. And I got to the end of my senior year and I finally had some friends and I was like, I just wasted my entire school career. I was kind of miserable for a while there because it's like nobody's gonna remember me because I never talked to anyone, like I never interacted with anyone. I'd lived my entire school career being like, yep, it's for school and for me and that's it.
Mhm.
That's what I did. And I got to the end of it and went, that's not what I wanted. And so the reason we have this discussion is because that's, you know, Joe and Joe's 19. I'm 26. So
Yeah.
we have a bit of years experience, hopefully.
Yes, and we have a witness in the chat now, Amira. Welcome, Amira. Amira is the one who said that I'm perpetually 19. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Nice. So we've got a couple of years of experience where we can look back and say, "Hey, don't make the mistakes we did." We,
If we
well,
had a Joe C, it'd be a triple cup of Joe
yeah,
show.
right, right, and that's just
Oh,
that's a lot of Joe.
ooh, a trifecta.
I love that those are initials
Oh.
and everyone's just like they have us labeled A and B. It's great. It's so great every time. Um, so that's the we want you to come to the show and get something out of it where you can not have to experience some of the mistakes that we've made, and so that you can experience your own mistakes that you'll make later on in life. And that'll be fun too.
You're gonna have plenty of them, probably. If you're anything like me, that's for sure.
So, and this idea, basically, the idea that your purpose isn't just for you is because it's not in the immediate. It's not when you're actively pursuing your purpose. It's what happens afterward. It's the contentment or discontent that you feel post doing what you feel that you were called to do. I can almost guarantee you that there will not be a purpose that you find for yourself that is just for you. I can pretty well guarantee it. So if you're like we talked about earlier on this week, is like finding your purpose, figuring out like what is it, what even is it. Actually, I think tomorrow we're actually going to go into discovering your purpose, right?
Yes.
So come back tomorrow when we talk about actually like what does this look like? Because what we want you to do this week is we want you to comment or put in the chat like what you think your purpose is this week, like tomorrow, as we get through the end of this week, and then next week we're going to follow up and make sure you're working at that purpose because next week is the action week. So we want you to be thinking about it. We want you to consider, hey, what is it? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? So, um, and today I just want to like kind of get into that of if your purpose doesn't involve other people, keep looking because that's not it. If you're thinking like, yes, it's just for me, I'm going to make millions of dollars and hoard them in my mansion. No, this is not your purpose. I'm sorry, it's not. Because like I don't really know anyone that does. Nobody I know like just yep, that's what I did. I hoarded lots of money and now I feel very, very happy as I live alone in my pools of money. It's part of the reason, if you've ever watched your TV shows where there's like these really, really rich folk who are having all these fun looking parties and whatnot, is because the parties and the excitement fill in that void of wow, me pursuing my purpose didn't actually make me happy. And so I've got to fill that gap with something. And it can be the same for you, even if you don't have lots of money. And that's where a lot of like negative things come into your life. It's like, hey, I'm not happy, and me pursuing my dream has not made me happy either. And perhaps it's because the purpose that you've put before yourself just you was very self-focused. But the nice thing is, whatever you've set yourself up to do, whatever you set your purpose as right now, you can change it. You can look at your life, you can always change it and get yourself on a better path.
Mm.
And that's what I've got. So I'm going to kick it back to Joe.
Take it back.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
God.
Well, that was wonderful. And one of the things that came to mind was just, well, a couple things. One is, if your whole purpose is money, you're not going to get to take that with you at the end of your life. Like that. There's never any hearse with a trailer on it.
Unless the funeral home is moving, but that's
Right?
neither here
Yeah.
nor
Well, sure. Okay.
there.
But, I mean, but what does last is the impact you have on other people, because that
Mm.
lives on in those other people. And the other thing is, like when uh, when you look around at all the stuff you have, you look at just things that have come into your life and the life you live. So many things that we have and experience are the result of somebody else's dream and purpose, because they were like, I'm gonna I have this certain gifts and talents. Like, look at this keyboard. There was somebody who had a dream of making a better wireless keyboard,
Mm.
and they engineered this stuff, and they came up with all this, and now I am served as a result of that, right? Some group of engineers came up with an ergonomic mouse,
Oh.
and they were like, "Hey, we want to help other people be able to sit at their computer and work and not have carpal tunnel and all this kinds of weird stuff. So we're gonna, engineer this, right?" And so those dreams, even little simple things, can make a huge impact on other people. And so what that's one of the things I want to impress on you is that even little stuff. I think, as I said earlier in the week, um, the simple things are the most extraordinary. It's those little things that make the biggest difference, you know? And sometimes you don't even discern it. Like, something as simple as cutting the top off the chip bag when you when you're getting down to the last little bit down there, because rather than reach down through the whole bag and making a whole bunch of noise while you're trying to watch a movie, and you're like, cut the top off the bag. And there it is, right? I remember I didn't know that until like a year ago when my father-in-law did that. And I was like, that's brilliant. Made a difference in my life, right? Yeah. So even if what you're looking at, it doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be this huge, big, like, you know, extravagant thing. It can be really, really simple, but things make a difference. Little things make a difference in the lives of other people, and you can always, like, make big plans, make big dreams, have big complicated goals, for sure. Do that and focus them on how it's going to serve other people, and then also stepping into that, remember, every little thing that you do can have it makes a ripple effect into the world around you. And so if everything we do makes an impact anyway, we might as well recognize that fact and do as Ryan always talks about on Don't Worry Wednesday, and pursue virtue. Pursue good, pursue the light. Think of things that are good. Think of things that, how am I going to impact people positively rather than negatively? And always remember, with this whole topic of it not being all about you, being about other people, a great song by Static P called No One's in This Alone. And he goes through some of this stuff. It's not necessarily about purpose, but just the fact that you're not alone and you have a part to play. Whatever part that is, you were designed to play it. So, you guys, it's so great to be here with you. I love doing this show in the morning. I love being here with Joe. I love being here with all you guys in the chat. And man, I can't wait till tomorrow morning, where we kind of start digging into how do you find your purpose? How do you detect it? Because some of it's going to be a little bit of, deciding. You're going to have some choice to do this in figuring this out, but a lot of it is like detecting it, like figuring out, okay, how, what am I good at? What do I like to do? What makes me come alive? And what are the things that, like, if I just start doing something, you know, what thing do I lose track of time doing? Like, because we all have tasks that we do where we're always like, is it over yet? Like, seriously, this is terrible. And then we all have things that we do that, like, we're doing it, and then all of a sudden 12 hours goes by, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, where did the time go?" Those are indicators of in your mission of finding your purpose. So we're gonna hopefully come up with something cognizant to say about that tomorrow. Um, Amira says, "I'm not the smartest person in the world right now because I'm not awake."
Same.
One of at least one of the two Joes can relate. But I will say you only get one chance at life. Live it to the fullest without any regrets and go out with a bang. I've heard it said, and I will say too, I want to be running so hard throughout my life that when I die, I skid 10 feet, just I didn't originate that phrase, but I liked it.
Oh my goodness. I was just thinking Joe is an old man with like a cane. Just poof. Oof.
I better I better be on that hill near your house.
Yep. Oh, it'll be more than 10 feet. It
You're
doesn't
gonna
matter at that stage. I don't know if he'll be skidding though.
Yes. Yes. But no regrets. That really living your life on purpose is a great recipe for not having regrets. Not looking back and being like, ah, I wish I'd have done that. I wish I'd have done that. You find your purpose, define it, and then live it. Do it. You will have no regrets because you'll be like, I did what I was supposed to do. I did the best I could. So,
Mhm. And,
yes.
and one last thing to that point is if you want to live life where you have like this joy and this happiness, is is learn to be content with everything that has happened in your life.
Mhm.
Because that will help you to live a life of no regrets. If you can be content with, hey, this thing that happened to me was for this reason, then as hard as life can be sometimes, you can look back and say, maybe that wasn't the best way to do such and such a thing, but I don't regret doing it. Because I'll tell you what, I worked as I like going back to the golf pro thing because it's like one of my biggest quote unquote regrets. But I don't regret doing it. Like I never look back and say, man, I wish I hadn't have done that. That
Mhm.
that didn't get because it brought me to where I am today.
Mm. Mm.
So find that contentedness in your past, and if it drives you, you can be discontent in the present, but don't be discontent with your past. So,
Mhm. Yeah. It's all part of the journey.
mm-hmm.
We're all on a journey here. I'm on a journey. One day I'm gonna get to play golf with Joe. He's gonna teach me how to not stink at it.
Well, we can go soon, like this weekend,
Yeah.
because we can walk now.
Yeah.
I'm not in good
Well,
enough shape
you
to do that, but we can.
Joe. Oh, yes.
uh,
Oh, it's gonna be fun. So I can't wait to learn golf one day when I have time to do that. Once I get the book finished and get all this other stuff, it's gonna be great. And Joe's gonna teach me. I'm assigning you that joy. Yeah,
it will be a great joy. Well,
you want to talk about managed frustration. Like,
Generally speaking, if I can get to you before other people do, it's not that bad.
oh, good. All right.
But
I
if you've been taking advice for the rest of your life, this could get rough.
yeah, I'm a clean slate when it comes to golf, man.
Perfect, perfect. We'll have you a pro in no time.
Nice. All right. Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Be sure to come back tonight. We got Don't Worry Wednesday, the Wednesday edition,
Ooh.
where Ryan and I will be on talking about all of your topics, really. And so we appreciate all of you being here today. Subscribe, hit the bell, go to bss.studio. If you have a topic for our free for all Friday, which this week, what we talking about this week? Is it metaphors?
Metaphors.
Metaphors, yes. We're going over Royal's topic about metaphors. If you have something you'd like us to talk about early in the morning, try and stump us. Click there, post something, and we'd be happy to do it. You can also find us on Discord. That's a great way to find us and let us know something you want us to talk about. Otherwise, we're gonna have some free for all Fridays, and we're gonna invent the topics.
Ooh, danger. You
That's
guys might not want to see that.
freaky.
So.
That's freaky, or we're gonna open it up to the BSS staff members, and that's even more freaky.
Ooh.
Because have you met any of these people? Like,
I think they can tell just from looking at us that it's
right?
gotta get bad.
Like, they're gonna be like, okay, so somebody post some topics, because like, yeah, I don't. If I have to do a topic from Static, I'm scared because he's gonna make me really, really stretch my mind. Like, oh no, now Jeff's like, I can't come up with a topic too. Oh no.
Well, it's a good thing they haven't figured out that they can still post in the thread even though we haven't asked them to.
Oh yes.
There's literally nothing
don't
stopping them.
don't tell the staff members.
Don't
Yeah.
tell the staff members. They'll never know.
Nice. Nice. But anyway, thanks guys for being here. It's great to hang with you. Come back tomorrow, come back tonight, come back all the time, because we're gonna be streaming every day. It's gonna be great. So yeah, you guys are amazing. We'll see you next time.